persons be like, I don't know, I don't care. But hey, a falling hero is gone, and that's talking about the former president, Muhammadu Buhari. Is still rest in peace, yeah?
Amen.
Okay, so it's a Wednesday, way back, July 16, 2025. And you know it is the Eagles Morning Rises Breakfast Show. I'm not alone right here in the studio, but let's start by greeting you in the way that we know how to. We would say, Olojudu, for my Gala friends and brothers, and Agife to the baggies. And in my dialect, it will be a Miss Sierra, and for the good people of Isoko, it will be a Mamurio Carol. That's right. In Akwana Carol, Tutuama, and Nendever for the TIV.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, Nigerians.
Cascas, lady in yellow. How was your night?
Very well.
Okay, I see that. Anyways, let's get into the business for today. You already know how it goes. The roll call, talking about right down the pages. And of course, 8 o'clock, Vicky Vic, sports on Eagles Wings. 9 o'clock, we get to look into matters that concern politics and current affairs. 10 o'clock, general open banter. 11 o'clock, giving you sound music. Oh, did I say sound music? Oh no. We'll be talking something that has to do with agriculture. For all of y'all that want to be a part of agriculture, Lord have mercy. 11 o'clock is the time you don't want to miss. And at 12 o'clock, we crown it with today.
In 60 seconds.
That's what it is. But let's first of all hit you with some things that you ought to know this morning.
Well, when you talk about hitting, not hitting literally.
No, not hitting. Not like punching you like the punch newspaper would. Anyways, though, let's start off with this one here.
All right, now starting with just a brief summary of what some of the papers are saying this morning.
That's right.
Or what you should know. The very first one is the big elephant in the room. The remains of former Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari were interred in Daura, Katsina State on Tuesday.
Right.
A large number of dignitaries from across the country paid their last respect to the former president.
That's right. And yes, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has directed all relevant federal agencies to address the issues raised by the United States and the United Arab Emirates UAE in their recent changes to visa issuance policies for Nigerians. Now, the president specifically asked the agencies to enhance intergovernmental cooperation and fortify systems that authenticate the identities of Nigerians seeking consular services abroad.
All right, moving away from that, the interim National Publicity Secretary of African Democratic Congress, ADC, Bolaji Abdullahi, has asked the electorate to rally round it to win the 2027 general elections, assuring that prices of petroleum products would be drastically reduced, while the harsh hunger currently biting would be banished from the country. Now, this is given the script of 2014, 2015.
Oh, good Lord.
I think it's quite absurd. I know it looks normal for our climb, but it's quite absurd that our campaign promises, after so many years of democracy, are still revolving around, oh, vote for me so that you can afford 3 square meals, vote for me so that we'll bring down petrol. Who even took it to the amount that we have today? It just shows that we still have a long way to go. But I think the ADC is throwing all of the punches, like you said.
Right now, ADC is doing all it can to just survive, keep its head above water, and be a strong contender of the APC come 2027. But yeah, there's also a lot going on with INEC and all of that, pre-registration and all.
Yeah.
The last time we checked, about 129 political parties have already signed on to the online pre-registration portal and all. But let's see how that goes.
Yes,
now,
okay. I was just going to add that INEC is also saying that very soon in August they are going to reopen their registry so that people can start registering. You know, those that were not 18 as at the last election, and now that they are 18 will be eligible to become voters. So the PVC registration is going to start in earnest.
All right, some information there. Following sustained protest by some residents of Musari Apena Street in Mafuluku, Oshodi, or area of Lagos State, over an alleged illegal hotel development, officials from the Lagos State Ministry of Fiscal Planning and Urban Development on Tuesday sealed the controversial facility pending further investigation. All right.
All right, now at least 20 people were killed on Monday night in an attack by gunmen in the Bindi village, the Horse district of the Riam local government area, Plateau State. The assault, which also left many injured, is the latest in a series of violent incidents that have plagued the state's rural communities. Now, I do not know if you saw those pictures, but it was quite a gory attack.
Well, I'm glad I
Like
didn't see it.
children, all of that.
Oh,
It looked horrible. I do
Eish.
not mean to paint a very nasty picture this morning,
No,
but
it's okay.
it just speaks to our reality as a people. The fact that we no longer sleep with our two eyes closed, because people could be sleeping in their homes and the next thing they have an axe on their head or something. It doesn't make sense. I'm really tired of saying rest in peace when I know that this issue can be curtailed. But when are we going to finally say goodbye to insecurity in Nigeria?
Now, I don't think these people are having the state of the nation type of burial. That is, if they even have a burial whatsoever. If you know, you know. But anyways, let's move away from that one now. President of the Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, has announced plans to reduce the price of liquefied petroleum gas, also known as cooking gas. He also promised to start direct sales of the products to consumers should the existing distributors fail to allow the price crash in cooking gas. Okay, let's move away from that.
All right, the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, says attackers of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority officers will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Sanwo-Olu, represented by his deputy, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, made this known at the second Lagos Traffic Conference in commemoration of last month's Silver Jubilee celebration on Tuesday.
All right, big ups to you, Lagos State. Now let's get to Nasarawa State, where the police command in that state have commenced a comprehensive investigation into the suspected abduction of the permanent secretary of the state's Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Yusuf Musa. The permanent secretary was said to have been kidnapped in the early hours of Tuesday at his residence in Lafia, the state's capital. Okay.
Here they.
Oh, good Lord.
I know. I know it's sadly laughable
Father
because
Lord.
we imagine that someone of that caliber should have the right security architecture and everything. So if someone of that level, high and mighty, is being kidnapped, because this is not even the first time that a high-profile individual like that is going to be kidnapped in Nigeria, then what about the average Nigerian, you and I, that do not have a police officer or a security detail assigned to us? We are basically
God protects us. That's what Nigerians will say. Oh, it's God that's protecting us.
Well,
but it's the truth. Honestly.
We just hope that the police in Nasarawa State will see to the end of that,
Permanent
and
secretary.
He'll be released.
Permanent secretary. Cassie.
But we've had situations where we've had even more high-profile people.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Kidnapped in this country.
This
So
one
it's
just
not,
got me
it's
laughing,
Not, it's not
like-
news. It just speaks to our reality.
You know, okay. You know what I'm imagining? In the place, I'm not. No, this is not official, but I'm just trying to imagine that while he was being kidnapped. Probably the security details they took off. That's what got me laughing. But anyways, that is the state of the nation, and whoever is trying to hide this from you.
Honestly, not talking about it does not change the fact that it exists. Yes. For even if we do not talk about it, it doesn't mean that it's not there. Now, for someone of this caliber to be kidnapped, then
what is our fate?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
While moving away from that, let's talk about another one. Well, this seems like a success story, as the Edo State Police Command has disclosed that the chief imam of Uromi, Morita Da Okwakobo, who was kidnapped on July 7th, has been released. In a statement on Tuesday by the command spokesperson Moses Yamo, the chief imam's release was due to intense and sustained pressure mounted by the operatives of the command. Well, goodness.
Pressure on who? Pressure on what?
Pressure on the kidnappers.
On the kidnappers. Pressure on the oh Lord. You know what? Why am I laughing this morning? It's just crazy. Okay, sorry. Well, let's take you to Delta State, Cassie. The Delta State Police says it has neutralized 6 kidnapped suspects in the state. The spokesman for the command, SP Bright Edafe, said this at a news briefing on Tuesday at Warri. Edafe said the suspects were neutralized on Wednesday when operators raided their hideout on the Ughelli-Patani Expressway. I like. Well done. That is something good, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I wish we could hear more of these stories this morning, but sadly, we only hear about the ones who are being kidnapped and taken. At least 20 people lost their lives in Plateau State at a village right there. That village probably nobody knows about. That village probably they don't have anybody who is of reputable name. Even if they do, that person wouldn't even live close to these people. We're staying in the town capital. You know how it goes. But anyways, let's go see now the front page of Nigerian newspapers. Quite a number of dailies, but let's start with this one though.
All right, now the first daily that we have here is a Daily Trust newspaper. Okay, now I see Lagos edition. Okay, what's about Lagos edition? Well, the biggest story, I see a collage of images from the burial, the state burial that was given to former President Muhammadu Buhari. We
That's
see
right.
the time when his corpse arrived Nigeria, and then in the second picture, we see a mammoth crowd welcoming his remains in Katsina State.
Right.
And then we also see a picture of a Nigerian president hugging someone, which I assume is Yusuf Buhari, the
Right.
son of the president. And I also see the grave site of the former president. And I also see the Nigerian president honoring his former ally. Not even his former ally, his ally. Yes, his
His ally.
political ally. Talking about former President Muhammadu Buhari.
Right, but is there any other thing you notice there? Do you see a ground of marble and gold? Do you see anything like that?
No, nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
I think
What
it's
do you
just
see?
it's just custom to his religion.
No, I'm just saying. Do you see marble? Do you see
Nothing.
gold?
I think it's
cash
just
on the
nothing,
floor,
nothing.
on the ground. There's nothing. Okay.
I think he was buried in the most humble way, according to the beliefs of Islam, because the former president was a thorough and bred Muslim man, and that was according. He was buried and accorded that respect according to the beliefs of Islam. However, it just shows to the general reality of life that at the end of the day, whatever we amass here in our lifetime,
It ends
we
here.
are not going to take anything.
It ends here.
Not even the clothes we are wearing.
Yeah.
He didn't even know that he was in Dara. But from years ago, the moment he was coming, everyone would be like, he will be like this.
Just throws
his
one
usual
hand like that.
exactly.
Yeah, just,
but he was not even aware of all of that. But it was such a moment, a humbling moment, I must say.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move away from that one. Get on to the Nation newspaper. Would you mind taking the Nation newspaper?
Okay, all right. Let me do you the honors. All right, now the Nation newspaper. We have the biggest story, of course. Former President Muhammadu Buhari's burial seems to be dominating the Nation newspaper.
That's right.
As we see a picture of his friend and political ally, President Bola Tinubu, paying his last respect to the African leader.
Right.
While I see that one saying Buhari exists in blaze of glory. Writers to that story, Tinubu, African leaders, governors, ordinary folk, bid ex-president farewell. Katsina, Daura, locked down. Well, that can be found on page 2
Right.
of the Nation newspaper. Now, just atop the Nation banner, we have US UAE visa issuance is the kicker. FG begins action on issues of concern. That can be found on page 5. Yes, and now moving away from that one, but still on page 5, Akpabio appeals judgment on Natasha's suspension suit. All right, the Senate president is not stopping anytime soon. He
Nope.
seems to be doubling down, and this time he's deciding to appeal the judgment that said, okay, the senator should be recalled to should be brought back to the Senate. While moving away from page 5, on page 27, 79 Ponzi schemes in operation, SEC warns. 79 Ponzi schemes in operation, SEC warns. Well, I love this warning, but what is being done about it?
Cassie, I don't like the warning. You know why I don't like it?
Okay.
Because these Ponzi schemes were registered. These Ponzi schemes have been operational. SEC would not tell me that it doesn't know, it's not aware that these were
That
Ponzi
is why
schemes.
it is warning, and that is why
What
I
is it
said-
warning for?
And that's why I said that as much as I would say it's good that the SEC is coming out to say, see, Ponzi schemes are in operation. But if you are aware that Ponzi schemes are in operation and you are even warning Nigerians, what are you doing about it?
Cassie, do you know what I would have?
That's the point
Do you
where
know
we
what,
are.
Yeah. Do you know what I would have loved to see? SEC takes war.
To
That's how it should be.
79 Ponzi
Good.
schemes operating
But
in
I'm saying we
Nigeria.
are warning. Who are you warning? Oh Lord.
All right. Well,
Who you
details on
warning?
that one. Maybe there are details on page 27 when you open it. While
Okay.
still on business, let's talk about this one. Stock market's capitalization rises to 127 trillion naira.
Right.
Stock market's capitalization rises to 127 trillion naira. Now, moving away from that, all right, I think we missed this one.
Yeah.
Still on Buhari's burial. I see a collage of pictures. A lot of mourners, ordinary Nigerians, yesterday were in the pool of their own tears as they bade farewell to former President Muhammadu Buhari. Okay, I also see the governor of Katsina State, Diko Rada. You know, he was the host yesterday as the governor of the state. He was the one paying host to every other person that came to pay their last respect. And the man was literally holding his tears. I see his shirt was all sweaty. It's not easy to be a man. It's not a day's job at all. It must have been a
she
very
said
difficult moment
She said
for him.
That's
I
right.
also see the daughter of the former president, Zara Buhari, and who I assume is her mom, even though she was all covered in a mask.
right.
But from the size and everything, I presume it's our
is
former
mother. Yeah.
First Lady Aisha Buhari, who is consoling her daughter, Zara Buhari. Well, more details on that could be found on pages 2 to 5. Okay, all right. Just before we let the Nation newspaper go, we have the story that we cannot ignore.
Right.
Security reports on pages 6 and 30. Police recover 5 million naira ransom cash. Kudos. I hope that money will go back to the owners. Wow. Let's talk about what's going on page 30.
Right.
27 killed in Plateau village attack. Now the toll is adding and adding because right now we are still yet to have a clear picture as to how many lost their lives in that very gory attack.
Remember, Cassie, they said at least 20. So you should expect more, 30, 50.
So in the just the media language,
That's
so that
it.
it does not look like
Yeah.
we are projecting our insecurity.
To what end, please? Anyways, let's get to this day newspaper. The big story now: Buhari buried in blaze of glory with full military honors, and you find that one on page 9. It's got one rider to it. Tinubu goes above and beyond to honor his predecessor, creating new presidential precedent. Awesome. And we see this one here. Sadiq Khan seeks to boost collaboration in business tech with Nigeria. That story continues on page 9 as well, looking popular if you ask me. Now let's take you to page 10. Add 1 to 9, you get 10. National Assembly writes Akpoti Uduaghan rejects reinstatement request. Oh, can you see that? Can you feel that, Cassie?
All right, I can
Yes.
feel that, and that feeling is leading me into the Nigerian Tribune newspaper.
Exactly.
What seems to be the biggest story, or I should say, we have like 2 big stories here. Okay, the Patriots All-Inclusive Confab begins in Abuja. Delegates set to discuss future of constitutional democracy. Plan to draft people's constitution. Page 4. Now there have been talks about, we do not want this constitution. It does not serve us. It doesn't work for us as a people. It doesn't speak to our reality. And it seems like that whole thing is coming back again. And right now, that is what is going on. Constitutional change is currently being demanded. While on page 3, that contains the big story, another big story, Sea of Heads, as Buhari's state funeral in Daura features 4 military honors. Tinubu, Shetima, Atiku, African leaders, governors, military leaders, ministers, family, others pay last respect. On page 3, you can see more photos on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. All right, moving away from that one, let's talk about what's happened in Plateau State. Gunmen killed 27, destroy farms, burned several houses in Plateau community. That can be found on page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Visa overstay. Respect immigration regulations of host countries. FG tells Nigerians. That can be found on page 10 of the Nigerian Tribune. And finally, Dangote to wealthy Nigerians. Invest in Nigeria. reveals how he built $20 billion refinery. That can be found on page 6.
Is that against a backdrop where at some point he came out to seemingly sound as though he regretted ever entering into the refinery business?
It seems like everything is due right now.
Everything is going well.
Yeah.
Okay,
so maybe he's
if
just,
it's going well,
of course,
we'll advise them to invest.
It's good. Go well for other people as well.
I see. Now let's get to the Guardian newspaper now. The big story on the front page of the Guardian newspaper, precisely. You'd find this one on page 6. Leaders, friends, politicians unite in stately farewell for Buhari. Awesome. And you'd see a lot of hugging, a lot of tears, even the airplane that brought him and everything. You'll see all of that. Okay, we see this one here. Lawyers bicker as Ibaz inaugurates boards commissions. Page 27 you'd find. And this one here, Senate declines Natasha's recall, insists no binding order. Page 29, I see. And then we see this one on page 4. It sees us too. Nigeria meets OPEC quota first time in 5 months, falls short of 2025 benchmark. And I see this one here, very, very serious now. TikTok restricts 211 million offensive videos, removes 3.6 million from Nigeria. Of the 211 million, 3.6 million is only from us. Okay. From page 4, you see that one. At the base of the Guardian newspaper, now you'd find this one. Fresh plateau onslaught claims 20, injures several. Page 29. Seems to be the most popular page number right there. And Saudi Arabia, Moroccan king, mourn Buhari, praise service to Nigeria. And you see that one on page 3. Add 1 to 3, you get 4. As Dangote faults capital flight, insists on investing in Nigeria. That's all.
I think for the fact that this is coming for the second time, I think I would just say my piece, because I feel like it's easier said than done. I think not every businessman in Nigeria may have it as easy as he would have it. I am not saying that it has always been like a walk in the park for him. I'm not disregarding the challenges that he might have faced as a business person. But there have been clear indications, or I would say allegations, of people saying that he has always had it even much more easier than every other businessman in this country. So when you say it's just capital flight, how about the business environment? Even those that have come back to invest in the country, how are their businesses faring? We still remember some of the losses that were counted as a result of the Lagos Coastal Highway. The whole thing that happened with Landmark and so many other businessmen and women who lost their investments and all of that. And the ones that we are still counting as due to the fact that we have records of insecurity here and there. And not forgetting the fact that some people want to do business in Nigeria, but they are finding it difficult to sustain it. Run the business in this country is not that easy. It's quite a Herculean task. Well, I love the fact that Africa's richest man, or Nigeria's richest man, is coming out to, just try to tell people that, yes, this is our country. We do not have any other country. But at the same time, let's not just be inimical with the truth. Let's not be very... how do I put it now? Let's say it the way it is. It's not just coming to do business, about sustaining that business, the support you need to make sure that that business runs successfully. And that is where we need to put the modalities in place to make sure that when people are coming back to invest in Nigeria to prevent this capital flight that we are talking about, they work and do that business effectively, because millions of naira and a lot of money is going down. So people want to see return on investment. It's not just a case of coming to put money and just sit and watch it.
Let us not also forget that Dangote has really had it easy. Cassie, that's the truth. He's got any tax-free, tax evasion, tax waivers. Come on, there's a lot going on with Dangote.
Anyway, some people will tell you that it's not easy with him like that. Of course.
Well, it's not easy. Do you know how many businesses of Nigerians that has been shut? Do you know how many Nigerians had come back home and regretted that they came back home? The promises that they were made and all of that, and they came on to see that the climate is not business friendly. What about the entrepreneurs that have shut down? What about the industries? I don't want to go further. I think I'm in a heat right now.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's take a look at
Let's look at the Punch newspaper. Final salute. Nigeria bids Buhari emotional farewell. And it's got three riders to it now. Tinubu, Akpabio, service chiefs, governors pay final respect amid tears, tributes. Dora stands still as Katsina Airport records over 130 flights. Osibajo, ex-governors, join African leaders. Saudi King, Prince mourn Buhari. You'd find the story on pages 2, 3, 7, 16, or 18, 16, 17, and 27. Very serious now, just to the side of the Punch newspaper now, or at the top of the Punch newspaper. Marketers protest as Dangote moves to crash cooking gas price, and you'd find that one on page 2. And at the base now, Nigeria's oil output soars above OPEC quota, page 21 to page 26. North Central states mobilize joint security to crush bandits, and to page 21 again, over 420 federal roads completed or in progress, and that is according to the federal government. Well, there's something that's in progress right here, and that's us going on a recess. We will be right back in a short bit. Don't forget, this is Eagles Morning Rises Breakfast Show, and this is The Pages.
No AC? No problem. We're cooling you down with the freshest hits.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
For advert placement and program sponsorship on Eagles 102.3 FM, please call 080-5919-8658. That is 080-5919-8658 or 081-5791-7278. Again, 081-5791-727.
Abuja, you're in luck. It's the upgrade promo from my Abuja Home Limited. For their Broadwater estate and plots in Gwagwalada, get 250 square meter for just 700k when you make an outright payment. That's a whopping 81% discount, or go premium with 500 square meters for only 1 million naira. That's 80% of the original price of 5 million naira. With our authentic FCT land document, you have no issues at all. We have a flexible payment plan for up to 12 months for your convenience. Get your land in Broadwater Estate, Paiko, Gwagwalada now, with green environment, accessible roads, power supply, guaranteed security, and lots more. Call or WhatsApp my Abuja Home on 0808 883 7426, 0808 883 7426, or 0808 272 3824, 0808 272 3824. Hurry now, promo ends soon. This opportunity is also open to military personnel. My Abuja Home Limited. Affordable. Live the life.
Abuja, something big is coming to the capital. Yankee Entertainment presents Joe Boy live in Abuja. Come vibe to live performance by Joe Boy. Joe Boy is coming with some friends. Date, Friday, 25th July 2025. Venue, Transcorp Hilton, Abuja. Time, red carpet, 5 p.m. Main event, 6 p.m. Get your tickets now. Early bed regular, 15,000 naira. Early bed VIP, 30,000 naira. Regular, 25,000 naira. VIP, 45,000 naira. Tables, gold, 2 million naira. Platinum, 4 million naira. Get your tickets now on www.aptix.com. Call 0702 536 4691. Follow at Malam Yankee for updates. Joe Boy live in Abuja, supported by Hennessy, Z Cotton, Kairos Hoff Energy, Power Horse, Transcorp Hilton, Tokyo Nightlife, and Eagles FM.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Right, welcome back. Thank you for staying with us, though. It is The Pages, you like to call it, the newspaper review segment of the Eagles Morning Rises Breakfast Show. Opening the phone lines now to take your calls. Let's take this one already.
Barrister Daniel and Cassie, my
Good morning to
greeting.
you.
Yes, good morning. Good
Apostle
to hear
also
from you.
life.
Yes, Apostle also life on the line.
Yes.
So, will I say that the police commissioner for Edo State are far from the truth? He said that they have released the man that was kidnapped, but they did not tell us whether they arrested the people, those that evil. That means that they are far from the truth. And another thing I want to say is this: that if we want to fight all this criminality, how can you apprehend a criminal before you know the court of competent jurisdiction will sentence him to death, and they will be looking for governor to come and sign? All those things that are happening, if we want to, before anything happen in life, God have already put something, the solution to that problem. And even all those people that are doing this thing, if they are caught them, if they apprehend them, they treat them according to the law. It will see that it will go a long way. Tomorrow you will hear that they apprehend Boko Haram people or those kidnappers. Before you know, they will tell them that they will go to America for a scale accusation. They don't want to fight this insecurity. And the people that we give a mandate to give us a security and all those protect our life. They are there doing politics when it's not time to do politics. It's not helping issue. Right. And the death of our president, former president, will be a lesson to every of us that one day we leave all this money we are gathering, borrowing money from China, we're carrying it, they are sharing it. You see how they bury him. Like it is everybody will go there one day, but we have to do something that our children will be remembering us for good. Right. Thank you and God bless you, Daniel and Cancer, for a good work in the planning. My name remains Apostle Osola, aka Wokenenwe. God bless you.
All right. Apostle
you.
also life right there from Apo. And now giving you the number 0907-353-0044 or 0908-766-8888. WhatsApp portal number 0909-705-4450. As you give us a call, let us know your name and where it is that you're calling from.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Indebe.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank God. When it is two people, it's Undebe. When it is one person, Undebe. Thank you very much.
Right.
I think I'm getting better. I'm knowing it better.
Right.
Thank you. My name remains King Kennedy, calling from Cairo.
Awesome.
Right.
Talk to us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We saw the burial of former president yesterday. As a matter of fact, I can describe him as a very humble person, down to earth, looking at his compound, not up to 2 plots of land. It shows the kind of person he is. Now, after everything, we saw the portion he was led to rest. Very little portion. And because of his religion, it was not an elaborate burial. To our politicians, that's the sure way to every existing living being. A day comes, there is a portion for you. But what speaks after your demise is your legacy. I saw some people jubilating. Yeah, probably maybe they were hot during his administration, allegedly. And then some persons were crying, maybe probably because of what they benefited after his demise. But I tell you, everything you do on earth stands. And posterity will speak when you are no more. Today, we also heard that some persons were killed in Plateau State. How will they be buried? No matter how they are buried, it's still 6 feet. And everybody will account for his life. No life is better than the other. And now to the killers, as I speak to you now, I can't go. I send a message there on Facebook. I can't go access my parents' grave at Uday, Gomoloko government, close to Yerawata, because of herdsmen. As we speak, some persons were also murdered in Plateau State, not because they commit any offense. But I want to tell the killers, sending people where you will never escape, is something else, because the killer will also die one day. So you are sending them where if you go, they will also ask you. So you can also come to this place. Let love lead so Nigeria can be better. Thank you.
Right, King K, thank you so much right there. He said it, he spoke it the way he knows it, and that's a fact. Well, going to take this one now. Hello, good morning. Okay, that's a miss though. Taking this call. Hello.
Oh, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Talatu.
Good morning.
Sir, you sent this number. It's so busy.
So sorry, Talatu. So sorry.
Sorry about that.
Where are you calling from, Talatu?
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sir? How are you, sister?
Very well, very well. Go ahead.
I just want to thank you for the other day. God bless you, sir. I've been trying. The line is so busy.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. Talatu.
Thank you,
Appreciate
sir.
yeah.
Thank you for the good job you people are doing. God Almighty will bless you, sir.
Amen. Thank you, Talatu. Appreciate it. Have a good one now.
Thank you very much,
yes.
sir.
Awesome. Talatu right there. Okay. Let's go take that call. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Good
BB.
Good morning, my sister from the radio there. Your voice is just speak past my namesake now. Your voice, See, because I heard you yesterday, that is why my namesake cut my call. My name is BB Blessing. Who's that down? We go fight, we go start to quarrel now. If I say this is where our president die now, you don't change the Kabadi. I say you watch it to good, you watch it to bad. Let me talk my own talk.
Okay.
I greet our caller inside money. I greet my dear. I call that my father, a man of mark for Salatan. What I want to tell you yesterday, you for allow me, may I say my voice note, may I talk my own talk finish. Because it's what you do that will remember you for.
Yeah.
Cut me off or not, not at all. And they tell me, say, we will they make up for this lady, not be saying that we they hungry. Not be say they kill our family or what of other people where they kill. That is why I voice my best. I know how much card I load every day. I know how many ladies we are they call every blessed day. I don't beg anybody to give me the charge card. What we are saying, what our government, our president is now, where he go learn, follow Buhari where he die. I look yesterday, people they come tell me where I sit down. They say, see where they bury president. I want to ask you this morning, they use gold burial, they use cobble burial, they use or any Boko Haram, they use a burial, they carry one, say me they put her for graph, me they take a burial, they use tribalism burial, they use the Kanu burial, they use the dog people burial, the answer say no. I shall come and make a word, but they silence that woman mouth. I pray, may they give that woman a second chance to rule Nigeria again. That woman, he go rule Nigeria. He go rule our country. What I want to tell you, the police where they got president today, where they go send them to now? I think they go bring up for our society where they never guide us. May they send out go Sabisa Forest now, where they any president, any cowboy where they follow president, where that president die. The cowboy, may they send the go Sabisa Forest, may they go guide they guide president, so that may we get food to eat in our life. Look at people where they do. We cannot get hospital. It's an effort for our president.
All right,
that's the one way he did to make sure they build hospital for our Nigeria. Yeah. It's an effort. Bye-bye.
Bibi, thank you. And Bibi, for the record, I didn't cut you off yesterday. You know how it goes with the WhatsApp voice note. 1 minute 30 seconds, 1 minute 35 seconds. Your message was 2 minutes long. 2 minutes plus. That's what happened, BB. All right, so I didn't cut you off. Let's go take this one.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning
yes,
to
you.
From Sulik.
All right, welcome
ahead.
aboard. Talk to us.
BB blessing, serious BB blessing indeed.
Indeed.
Myself, Salensa, he says Salensa.
Yeah.
Well, he made one powerful, valid point. All those security guarding the late president, they should send them to Sambisa to go and fight for us. I think that is a good one. Then, going to again kill in Plateau, yeah, that is another challenge. My problem is that these people, are they living within or they are coming from outside? If they are living in the forest, there should be a gadget that will trace these people out. Because it's getting so hard now, the level that people are being killed every day. High profile, being kidnapped in Nasarawa state. closer to Abuja. This is what we are saying, UD. We say nobody is safe in this country anymore. If an high profile in Nasarawa State, working in the House of Assembly, being kidnapped, and I believe this man may have security around him, and yet it has been kidnapped. This man has been kidnapped. So it's a big problem. So we are praying for our security agents to gang up to guide this entire insecurity of this nation. Finally, Dangote promised to crash down the price and to also make sure that they sell their products direct to customers. We are praying for him in this economic meltdown to see a Nigerian. We are proud of him. I believe you would have ring bell for him. We are proud of him. Many people that came to establish business here, it was not friendly. The environment was not friendly. This man can take his so-called industry to other African countries to make money. But look at the numbers of people this man employs in his company. It boosts our economy. So it's a good thing. We are praying for him. Thank you, UD, for the good job, and my sister over there.
Thank
The
you.
Lord bless.
All right,
Thank you so
keep
much,
listening.
though. Right. Okay, so we'll just take a pause now and head out to the Facebook page wall as well as the WhatsApp and see what messages are there, for us to take. Quite a number of messages. It's going to be a smart read. Cass, let's get into
All right,
this.
let's check what's going on here on Facebook.
Yeah.
Quite an engagement, I must say.
Right.
Well, we have a message here from Jojo. He says, "Good morning, UD. May the soul of our former president rest in peace. Amen.
Amen.
Hope all our politicians saw the way Buhari was buried yesterday. They should go and reflect on their lives. Nobody lives forever, and if you live right, good for you. But if you live anyhow because you're in power, posterity will judge you." JJ from Piakasa.
Right.
All right, Kenneth Ingi says, "Good morning, my people.
Good morning to you.
As Nigerians are crying over the death of our former president, who died in a very good hospital, my people in Uday, close to Yellow Water, are also crying over killings by headsmen. Plateau people are crying with tears that flow like oceans of blood. No life is better than another." King Kennedy from Kara, "I am just in tears. I can't go and see my parents' grave at Uday." Well, sorry about that. Okay, now this one is a voice of Mbise from Okukwakwato. He says, "Good morning, everyone in the studio.
Good
The
morning to
comments
you.
credited to Femi Adesina remains baseless, inconsequential, and highly condemnable. How could he be saying such, forgetting that they are in position to work on our medical sector to a standard level or to become the best? His statement is a clear indication that Nigeria remains a failed state under the government he served, and it's quite pathetic that our leaders are not doing anything to put things in order. Instead, they are busy suffering the masses and looting our common patrimony. May God help us." I think that's a statement where he said that the president would have died a long time ago if he was using Nigerian hospitals. And that was the statement from his former aide, Femi Adesina. Yes. Now, Suleiman Jibril says, "Mr. UD, aka our radio bulldozer."
Good morning to you.
And Cassandra,
Suleiman.
aka Casa. Good morning. Watching you live now in Plateau State.
Awesome,
on my way to my hometown, Southeast State.
Awesome, thank
Please, your prayers are very important to me, and I also pray for you. May Almighty Allah continue to be with you, guide and protect you from all your enemies, known and unknown.
right.
Oh my goodness, what a prayer!
That's a
Thank
powerful
you
prayer.
so
We appreciate
much.
that
Thank
one.
you. Now, moving away from that, let's see some of the messages here
Yeah.
on WhatsApp.
Okay, we'll just take the messages already. Then this one here is coming from Chinonso, all the way from Suleja. It says, "UD, as you were laughing, I was laughing too, because it looks like it looked so funny the way these people cooked the stories. They mounted pressure on the kidnappers, yet they caught none of them. The sea finish on ordinary Nigerians by the so-called is what? I don't get that. It's getting out of hands. The chief imam paid his way out of the kidnappers' den, and they said they mounted pressure. They should tell that to the birds in the sky. Dangote cried on national television to regret investing $20 billion in his refinery, and now he's advising wealthy Nigerians to invest in Nigeria. it be like say him done the cash out. Chinonso. Oh Lord, Chinonso. Very true though. Very true. I mean, one moment you're crying, another moment you're laughing, another moment you're advising. I think Nigeria is just a shade of emotional seasons. You just go through an emotional phase. You're crying, you're laughing, you're weeping, you're crying. It's just crazy. But anyways, we see you,
All
James.
right, this one is James from Suleja. He says, "Good morning, Sayudi, and our very own media chikasi. Good morning.
Good morning to you, James.
Why are we acting surprised over the permanent secretary's kidnapping? People are being kidnapped right from their homes daily. That it now feels like a norm. A police DPO has been kidnapped. A former DG of NYC, who is a high-ranking military officer, was kidnapped from his home and ransom paid to secure his release. That's the new reality, no matter how we want to ignore it. Let's be honest with ourselves. Does Dangote really need to announce price reduction plans before slashing it? So suddenly, international crude prices no longer determine local prices of the product. He is asking Nigerians to invest in Nigeria, but won't tell Nigerians how he enjoys special, massive FX support from the government plus other monopolistic policies he's enjoying. He's one and part of the same consortium together with the NNPCL. Senate President appeals judgment on Natasha. UD, do we recall days ago when a certain family member called the judgment didn't reinstate her, and the family members were all naysayers who knew nothing? Now let me ask, what is the appeal for? It is becoming embarrassingly shameful when people make consistent, crassly ignorant takes from a position of ethnic and political bigotry. Okay, a lot of English going on there.
A lot of it going on there. Yeah, but I recall. Well, it's just going to be a smart read. Let's see how much we can smartly read now.
Okay.
Let's get to that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Since we started with the messages, let's get on with that. Then we get to the voice notes. Okay, so this one here is coming from Samuel all the way from Kuje. Appreciate you standing on existing protocols now. Happy Survival Day, Samuel. Now that the burial of Buhari is over, can our leaders come back to the issues of governance, because the killings of innocent Nigerians by the terrorists is still ongoing in Plateau and other parts of the country. Hardship, insecurity, pains and sorrows of losing loved ones to the hands of killers, headsmen, poverty and other vices are still ravaging the masses all over the country. So the authorities should wake up and do the needful, please. Or does it mean that the Senate and its president don't have any other important thing to do than chasing Natasha up and down? They have abandoned the issues of making laws and checkmating the executives, and they are busy fighting Natasha. Kai, when will Nigeria get it right in this area of leadership? May God make it easy for us in this country. In Jesus' name, he says, amen to that. But let's go see. We'll just take this now.
Right, says, good morning.
Good morning,
Sandra. I didn't want to talk about Dangote. He should just leave us alone and enjoy the privileges enjoying from the federal government. May Allah forgive our former president of his shortcomings and grant him eternal rest. I saw all our leaders there yesterday. Hope they learned from the burial. Our former president died in London in a private hospital that was built 92 years ago, and they can't build one good hospital in Nigeria. And Femi Adesina told us that if the president had been treated in Nigeria, he would have died a long time ago. Please hope CNN or BBC didn't capture that, because it's a shame for a man who worked under the president to make such a statement. Goodbye, Lion Boy from FGE Lokugoma.
If the president was treated in this country, he would have died long ago. See our fates. Anyways.
Good morning, Barrister UD. Well done work. Killings every day in Plateau State, in Benue State, Kaduna, etc. And nothing is not changing about it. Yes, Senate President and his men are busy fighting Senator Natasha. What is this woman's fault? They should remember, one day all these things will come to an end and every person will give account to God. After death, judgmental, no amount of prayer will change one's destination. After death, repentance is now. Chima from Airport Road.
Okay, let's just go to the voice note already, because time will not allow for us. And this time we are starting with this particular one here, and let's go get it.
Daniel, good morning. Good morning, BB Blessing. Good morning, Celestine. Good morning, everybody. I greet you this morning. My name is Matthew, aka Rejected Stone. How's your day? I want to comment on this our former president, which is late now. Everybody, if people think well and they know what they are doing, this is the time they will think for their life. Now, the man that move with authorities, the man that move with people around him, wherever he go, they capture him, media capture him, they know everything. The same man now, the wife will say, I love him. This one will say, I like him. This one will... He come to a time for his life. He come to a time for his life. Now, everybody withdraw from him. That is the time they load him to 6 weeks. Why them? Why? Now, people will not talk about him. Gradually, they will be forgetting about him, except something happen. But many people, many of our people, they don't learn lesson. They don't take note of it because of their wickedness. Now people are crying under people. People are crying under this government. The government, they don't know. But look at this man. According to what we hear, as he's about to die, he say, "Oh, my wife asked people," or himself he asked for forgiveness of the people. What a word! What a word! The time will come for everybody's life that you will be left alone. Everybody will withdraw. You will remain you and God and the angel. God bless you this morning.
You and God and the angel. Taking this one, Selassie.
Good morning to Udwa Daniel Kasi. Yes, good morning, ma. My name is Selassie. Sending this voice right now from Garki. Sincerely appreciate your analysis. Always appreciate your analysis. Triple D, I greet you. BB Blessing, I greet. I want to say kudos to Dangote for cutting the price of gas. Kudos to him. We appreciate him for that. I want to talk about what they are doing to Natasha. Yesterday, I said, where are the women? It seems to me like the women kept quiet. They are not even coming out for the support of Natasha. And they are the same women that will blame me. They are the one that vote and they don't give them position. They sideline them. Look at what you're supposed to do to occupy that place and say, we don't want like what they are doing to Natasha. I think the Senate president will get sense. Today you are a former president. Tomorrow you'll be former Senate president. I want to talk about the killings in Plateau. Look at what happened in Plateau. Over 20 people killed. And there is no state barrier. This is not natural disaster. This is man-made. This is not earthquake. This is not tsunami. They were killed in their ancestral home. I think by the time this insecurity will begin to touch the people in power, they will do something about that. By the time they will begin to kill their family member, kidnap their family member, they will do this thing. What kind of thing is that? You in your home, you can't sleep. And we have government that they can protect the life and property. Thank you.
Okay. All right, let's go take this one.
Good morning, Gentle Yudi.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, Dakasi and Cassandra.
Good morning.
Good morning, Selassie, and all other members of this good radio station. I remain Yunus Adentani Ibrahim from Abuja.
Awesome.
National Assembly, right to reject the reinstatement of Senator Natasha. Yes, in a big nation like Nigeria, leaders are arguing, trying to break the law, which is made by them. If National Assembly will not dance to the tune of court, then that means the law in Nigeria has been seen as an inferior. Okay? For this, I advise National Assembly and all other leaders, including even the masses in this country, that we should always do the right thing. Let's remain realistic, because a day will come that each and every one of us will answer question before our Lord. Thank you very much. Right. I remain Yunus Adentani Ibrahim from Abuja.
Thank you, Yunus. Let's go take it.
Mr. Yudi, good morning. Yes, good and our dear great sister. The man with a golden voice. My name is Triple D from Waru. Well, another fresh attack in Plateau. Mr. Yudi, these innocent souls that these bandits choose, just as I said last time, they select the state they want to go, they kill us and go freely. And our leaders that we elected them on the platform of, they will help us with insecurity, provide social amenities for us. They are just watching the future leaders dying like this. Wallahi, judgment will be placed on them. And it will be very difficult for our leaders that are supposed to protect us now. They are not protecting us, and somebody will now come and say, when they die, finish, somebody will now say, may God grant their soul peace. It will be very difficult, but the judgment is for God. But the blood of innocent Nigerians that are dying silently will speak on them on the last day. God bless you and God bless Nigeria.
Right. In view of that, somebody might want to come and say, it's not all of the leaders, my dear. The way it's going now, it's all of the leaders. Because if you're not paying attention to what is going on, then you'll be left on the way. And that's it. All of you, all of the leaders, they are indicted in all of this now. And that's the fact. But let's go hear from you, Honorable Edwards.
You did. I'm my sister Cassandra.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Honorable Edward from Napo. May the soul of our former president, President Buhari, rest in perfect peace. But what happened to other countries? Our relationship with other countries, like Ghana, South Africa, France. Yes, France. And then other African countries. Does it mean they were not aware that a prominent person, former president like that, was buried yesterday, even in Nigeria here? What happened to some governors who did not go there? Anyway, what I know in Nigeria is that we are taking politics more than even life. We are taking politics more than everything. That is by the way. The killing in Plateau State is unfortunate. If you look at the system that is what are using to kill, they kill in Plateau, and then move from there to Benue. So I urge the security men to, check Benue very well and protect Benue now. That's the system they're using. Dangote is enjoying our waiver, enjoying everything. Now he can talk. Other investors in Nigeria, they are crying. What about small investors? Some of them have stuck out already. God bless you. Thank you. Have a good day.
Appreciate.
Okay, I just wanted to add, to be fair to other world leaders, I think former Ghanaian President Nana Akufo-Addo was in Nigeria,
Right.
and we also had one from Nigeria Republic, and I think yes, they were also, and then not forgetting the fact that Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi sent his condolences. So, well, I think Trump didn't say anything. Trump didn't
say anything.
He didn't.
Did the UK say anything? Maybe they'll just say it based on cosmetics, but they didn't say anything. I mean, there are some messages we can't go any further. Take and be Hundu and all of that. We see you. And all BB again, you sent a voice note. We see you. But don't worry, we'll have that conversation 9 o'clock this morning. You don't want to miss out. Vicky Vic is on here and it's going to be taking you sports on Eagles Wings. My name is Udwak Daniel.
My name is